Help me.
Cool. Do you know what will help if you can turn the headphones the opposite way around? So that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Cool. You ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything on anybody's mind? You know.
At 87, she was the bravest explorer I knew. Took me to Timbuktu, the helm of a gold canoe carved from living room upholstery. She was a giant, white perm curls stitching her smaller than her imagination. She spun hooded alligator slits into the murk of swirling carpet, and my hands clutched the edges of free flat gold pillows and felt the Nile. Never got there, or was attacked by pirates. Nursed back to health after these skirmishes with those rectangular biscuits with the cows on that she took from a red biscuit tin on the kitchen surface. I wasn't allowed these types of foods back at home. My gran took great pleasure in offering me chicken, and my mum would bristle up, paint vegetarian above the mahogany fold-out table in 3-foot red letters. My gran's eyebrows were graceful whale tails, surfacing to dive over such comments, leaving their victims splashing, and I'd laugh. She'd do a shrug, but with the back of her throat. When she moved out of her last house, we took all her kitchenware into my first, which I shared with 7 other students. And in between playing non-stick saucepan paradiddles, I rushed from room to room, chafing myself on thoughts of the future, not really thinking too much about what type of boats she could be building with cheap NHS cushions. I don't have time to go to Timbuktu anymore, or even try. Found that red biscuit tin in the garden with a hole in its side, next to a smashed up toilet that we'd cordoned off, named 100 Days of UKIP for the election party. After the results came in, it wasn't as funny. It feels a little bit like the pirates might be winning. They hide in plain sight wearing skyscrapers and fake tan, as if they're scared of porous skin. Casting shadows so big they dress our world map in funeral blacks. They hide inside me and you when we walk these streets, faces dressed for the apocalypse. I want to clasp my gran's eyebrows like a talisman, blow them up till they're 100 times the size. Great furry beasts that I can release at 7 a.m. over Canary Wharf, when 1,000 little boys' fingers are softly stroking mouse pads. Gargoyle ball masks infused so closely to faces I'm sure they're very difficult to take off. The eyebrows would come up, cutting a shadow on each desk, like the alien spaceship in Independence Day. And momentarily, eyes would flick from Reuters news and digits to 2 massive floating hairy eyebrows. And the last thing they'd hear would be a shrug in the back of a big throat, before eyebrows lashed down, shudder glass and brick into a sand dune of Costa coffee cups and Mac laptops. Stockbrokers and stock analysts and CEOs would mushroom up and land in nearby trees and spend the day listening to birds. And if they listen very carefully, they might just hear my gran's voice saying, "Tonight the sky surprised itself. I've just put my finger on the difference. The entire sky is involved in the colour."